What's up, YouTube? Van Man back at you with another video. I want to take this opportunity first. I want to send prayers how can I phrase this? I want to send prayers to all of the flood victims in Texas, and New Mexico, because I found out about flooding in New Mexico as well, and it's odd that all these desert-like places are getting such flooding out west. But what do I know? Well, this video right here is about, there was a police sergeant. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Go on, hit the hit the notification button and hit all so you get notifications every time I make a video. This one's about a police sergeant in Boston who's accused of child R. In his, I guess it's arraignment, I want to say. I don't know all of the legal things, but I want to say arraignment, because he was there in front of the commissioner or whatever, and had the prosecution presented their evidence. They had a lot, from what I see. Man, they had Snapchat, wow, Snapchat. And this man, old dude, he's a sergeant in the police department, on Snapchat. I've seen the Snapchat once. Snapchat, I saw, it's worse than Instagram to me. I'm an old cat. All them moving parts. That's why I do YouTube. Very simple. Post. But with all that said, this man, police sergeant in Boston, accused of child R. Prosecution showed right there at that time, they showed plenty of evidence. They had Snapchat this, partial plates. They had everything except a Ring doorbell with his face. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that I was looking at the fact that this man supposedly violated one of our most precious elements in society, that's our children. I won't go into the details of what he did, because they did on that video. And but the fact that they suggested a $250K bail for this guy. In my mind, how is that even possible? This man's accused of child R. had quite a bit of evidence. The DA presented quite a bit of evidence, and I didn't listen to all the details in the case that I saw right there in the YouTube video, but from what I saw, it was enough to where he shouldn't have got no bail. You, a public servant of the city, who works in law enforcement, and you know better. You definitely know better. You commit a crime such as that, and you're offered $250K bail. Meanwhile, Diddy, granted, now, Diddy ain't no angel, and Diddy ain't, but I ain't heard nothing presented in a court case on Diddy about children, none of that. All his stuff was grown folks. Grown folks cavorting, doing whatever they do. I have 2 kids over here. Teenagers, well. His case involved grown folk. Didn't hear nothing about no children. So, and this man offered the people $50 million. Basically, Puffy's case has basically been a state domestic violence case. When everything was said and done. Of course, I know what well, not all of us know, but those of us who understand, that case was mostly about just humiliating him. But with all that said, you got him on basically a state domestic violence case, beating the bitch ass. And chick wasn't shit nowhere. So, but a law enforcement officer supposedly or allegedly, and it came with a lot of evidence, parcel plates, numbers, IP addresses, and all that. But you have a law enforcement officer who know better, accused of child R. Not just accused, but accused with evidence coming behind it. With everything saying, hey, he was here, he was there, with this, that. So, whatever state he was, Massachusetts State Police did a surveillance. They found that a car matching the description of the one that was at the crime scene of the child R was in his place, at his house. Description and everything. Now they got pretty damning evidence on this man. But Diddy, he gets no bail. Stay in jail for months. But this cat, now I don't know whether or not, from what they were saying, that he possibly couldn't afford it, because his bail was $250 and he made $280 or whatever. But the fact that they even offered him a bail for messing with for messing with our society's most supposed to be, I would think, in my opinion, one of the most precious resources, children. But he get to it. But it reminds me of a Bible verse, and listen, don't quote me, but I know it's in there. Okay? I want to say Ecclesiastes. I think it's Ecclesiastes. Some of the Bible's true, been messed with, but it still got some truth in there. That's how the devil, that's how the prince of the air, the ruler of this world, the devil that is. That's how he deals with things. Presents you with truth, put just enough lie in there. But Ecclesiastes said you'll be delivered into a land that don't care nothing for the old folk and don't care nothing for the children. It's in there. I can't tell you what chapter and verse, but I know it's in there. I might be wrong about the book, but I'm almost certain it's Ecclesiastes. You'll be brought into a land that don't care nothing about the old folks or the children. But it just trips me out that you gonna offer this cat $250,000, $250K bail, and he done messed with the society's most precious resource. Violated it. They didn't do nothing but just be some old hoe ass. Basically, that's what you came up with. That's what you came up with. That's what you're basing your case on. He's such a horrible person. He beat this known hoe ass. So don't give him no bail. But dude who messed with a child, and we got a mountain of evidence to say that he does, corroborated evidence from the state police. Yeah, that ties him to, we're going to give him $250K bail. Backwards, man. Backwards. 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 We living in a backwards time. You ain't mess with no child, you be the whore. You get no bail. You mess with society's most precious resource, the future, a child, with accompanied by a mountain of evidence that should, now it's all alleged evidence now, because that's what it is, the evidence in their hearing, but enough to, you shouldn't get no bail. Let me add the fact that this guy is a police sergeant, and they said in the video that he lived with his son. Whatever, man. People have shit going on in their life, but it was already showing that his shit is in shambles. You living with your 25-year-old son. and you doing all this, and you command you're a leader of men. All your shit fucked up, bro. All your shit fucked up. Did he? I ain't saying he a saint. Okay? But he ain't had nothing, no charges like that. If he had charges like that, plus on all that shit they say he did and no bail, get it. But beating a hoe ass, that's basically all you got, and you trying to just build this. But meanwhile, you got the real deal situation of an actual public servant who knows better, who knows the laws, who would charge any other sumbitch that who did the exact same thing. He would know what to charge him with. He did it. One who knows better. And who should suffer a greater consequence because he knows better. Gets a bail. Make that make sense. We got a problem, y'all. We got a problem. We're not addressing do I need to say anything else? No? That's it. I hope you got something out of this video. I hope you understand. I hope you got something out of this video, whether it was entertaining, educational, or just white noise in the background while you were cleaning up the crib. But understand that, man, we got public service out there. People that are charged to arrest your ass. They're charged to arrest you and recite law to you. But he turned around and break those very same laws in the most abominable fashion, dealing with the most precious resource of our society. And he gets a bail. But meanwhile, some dude who beat some whore ass, he gets no bail for damn near a year. I don't get it, y'all. But that's what this world's all about. You don't get it. At the end of the day, I don't get it. Shit. Man, that way.